Patrick, as you've mentioned, nagkaroon din ng palitan ng liderato sa House of Representatives in the last year. Probably the leadership shakeup here is not as chaotic as the leadership shakeup or the disarray there in the Senate. It will be the first State of the Nation address of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. today without his cousin, former Speaker and late Congressman Martin Romualdez seated beside him. Of course, itong si Romualdez has been the subject of rather aggressive, or that's still debatable, but he's been the subject of an ombudsman investigation in relation, of course, to his alleged central role in the flood control corruption scandal. Yung kanyang successor, si Speaker Boji D, had to manage or had to deal with the fallout from the controversy since last year. Interestingly, despite the number of congressmen who were exposed for their ties to contracting firms, construction businesses, wala pa talagang kongresistang na aresto in relation or in connection with the controversy. Hindi tulad sa Senado na, as you've mentioned, you have a senator, Jinggoy Estrada, and also a former senator, Bong Revilla, who are in jail now for plunder because of their receiving alleged kickbacks from the flood control corruption scandal. Ang closest na na tinatry i-hold accountable sa Kamara ay si Jojo Ang, na over the weekend ay nasampahan ng kasong graft ng Office of the Ombudsman, although he has already posted bail. The only congressman really to suffer a fall from grace ay si former Congressman Zaldico, but he is in hiding still, probably abroad, despite his brief arrest earlier this year sa Czech Republic. The House also had to project greater transparency in the budget process. Mixed results. There was an open BICAM on the 2026 budget last year na abolish din yung small committee, but some civil society groups that were tapped by the House to be part of the budget process last year said that the changes implemented by the lower chamber fell short of meaningful reforms that they were actually hoping for. Kahit yung call for the House na yung mga kongresista ay ilabas na, isa publiko yung kanilang statement of assets, liabilities, or net worth, or SALN, hanggang ngayon, hindi pa talaga fully natutupad. As of today, wala pa rin tayong naririnig na development doon sa binuong SALN Review Committee ng House of Representatives, at iilang mga kongresista pa lang, siguro maybe less than 10% of the entire membership of the House have voluntarily disclosed their SALNs or given the media a copy of their SALN, although that includes Speaker Boji D himself. The Marcos administration also had a low turnout when it comes to priority bills enacted in the past years. In the past year, 2 out of 52 bills lang yung lumusot totally ng Kamara. Isa lang doon yung napirmahan na ni Pangulong Marcos at naisabatas. Yan yung pagtatakda ng bagong petsa para sa election sa Bangsamoro Autonomous Region and Muslim Mindanao. There are numerous factors to that. Una ay dahil bago, of course, yung Kongreso, so may adjustment period. President Marcos also, of course, has to reassess what kind of influence he still has in Congress as we approach the 2028 elections. Sa House at least, it passed 26 out of 52 priority bills. So kalahati But the problem is, as Patrick mentioned, ay na-hold up siya sa Senado where unprecedented chaos and extreme disarray paralyzed legislative work before they took a break back in June.